Good morning, friends. I'm Chris from Worthington Home. Today is the perfect day for a thrifting adventure. It's cold, but the sun is out, and I'm in the mood to find some gems. So let's see what we can dig up, and we're going to hit the road. Let's go. I'm meeting a friend of mine for lunch in Wallingford at noon, so I think it probably makes sense if I stick to the Wallingford area on my thrifting adventure. So let's do that. I've just arrived at Goodwill in Wallingford. I wonder if they have anything good today. We will certainly find out in just a moment. This little child's carriage or cart is really cute for $5.99. I wonder if this would be a hit with kids who come to my booth space. I'm very much thinking about this. Oh my gosh, I had a phone just like this when I was a kid. This brings me right back. It even has the same moving eyes. $2.99 for this. This is so interesting. Super spirograph. I used to love this when I was a kid. I think Zach had a set too. I'm gonna put this in my cart and see if it's still sealed. This basket is so cute. Definitely a picnic basket, not in perfect condition. I'm taking a better look at this basket. They want $5.99 for it, and I love how it's lined. It has this little latch to keep everything secure, and then there's like this plastic overlay in case of spillage. I really like this basket as well. This is so typical at Goodwill. Sometimes where there's one good basket, there's like 5. This one is really cute because it has the top that latches. And again, $5.99. Let's open this up and see what it's like. Yep, it's really cute. This basket would be perfect for magazines and books and things like that. But this one is my favorite one. It is humongous. It's very heavy. It's really well made. $7.99 is not cheap. I love the twisted handle. I think this is a keeper. Well, now I've seen everything at Goodwill because I think this is Catherineholm Lotus. What? I have never, ever seen this in the wild. My mind is blown. This teapot is very cute with the flowers, and that's a cute sugar and creamer, but missing a cover, I think, on the sugar. This is an interesting enamelware bowl. I want to get a better look at this. I'm wondering who made it. Not familiar with this manufacturer. There's some dings in the enamel, so no. This is so cute. I have this on my eBay store. I've carried it several times. It doesn't move very fast, although these are so useful and functional. This is a very groovy plate. I feel like this would fit right in with the Brady Bunch decor. Are you feeling what I'm saying? This is Nico stoneware made in Japan. I like this spongeware bunt pan. I think that's what it is, $5.99. There's no maker mark on the bottom. That always makes for a hard sale. These pieces are so cute, especially this leaf with the holiday design. $3.99, I don't know about that. There's some other pieces here as well. Here's a divided bowl in the same pattern. I think it's the same pattern. Jamboree by Fallscraft. This one's $4.99. I'm wondering, are they all the same? Yep, this one's Jamboree. And there's more over here, some dinner plates. This is a really pretty pattern, but $2.99 per plate, I think, is a no. This is a neat little Pyrex refrigerator dish in a nice bright yellow. We use these all the time at home. You just can't put them in the dishwasher. $7.99 is not cheap, but these are very useful and they stack really well on top of each other. This stable would be so handy if you had a little nativity set, like the figures only, and they needed a little house to sit in. But I don't happen to have that situation, so I think I'm going to leave this behind. This is a very pretty Tollware wooden box, but there's a lot of condition issues on this. $2.99 is a reasonable price, but yeah, too many issues, I think, to bring home. This is also very pretty, but just moving the drawers, they're not fitted well, which tells me this is an inexpensive piece that's not well made. Let's see if we can find, aha, made in China. That explains it. I would still consider it if it were a little bit more, I don't know, sturdy. This mirror is killing me, $7.99. Look at the damage. Ugh. This would have been a great pickup if it weren't for that damage, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's see what we have here. This is lovely. I love the image on this. My mother had a large scale print of this same piece. This is $5.99. I'm gonna have to think about it. I really do like it. It's making me nostalgic. And we have a very odd embroidered piece. I'm not even entirely sure what this says. It's a bit of a mystery. Can you decipher it? What does it say? Can you tell? This chalkboard is so adorable, and it can be so much fun if you have kids in your life who come visiting, like young grandchildren or young nieces and nephews or young neighbors, because this is really fun for playing like hangman or playing like tic-tac-toe or pretending to play school or just practicing handwriting. I used to love this when I was a kid, and we would play with it for hours. This is such an interesting table. It really has a lot of condition issues. It's $7.99, but it's so sturdy. I'm not looking for a project piece right now, but if I had the time, I would definitely pick this up and restore it. It has good bones. This is a Moses basket or a bassinet. I have this in very bad condition. This one is nice. It's $9.99. Very nice piece. This is a cute runner with the snowman, but I'm finding some discoloration on this. $4.99. This is a very pretty blanket, but I'm a little bit worried about snags in it. I love the color, it's so neutral, but yeah, these little snags are making me nervous. I'm just gonna take one last little walk through Goodwill before I make my way to the cashier. I cannot believe how much I have in my cart, and there's already a full cart up front waiting for me. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this little shape sorter is so cute. I had this when I was a kid. I am having a lot of nostalgia here today. This is adorable. It might be cute in my booth, so this is a possibility. These are so pretty, this little stack of plates, $1.99 each. These are Lenox with the original barcode sticker on the back. So I think these have real possibility. I think they're coming home with me.
Did you get the price?
And speaking of Lenox, I haven't seen this style Lenox box in a long time. This is like a 90s throwback, I think. And I'm dying of curiosity to see what's inside. So we have some lead crystal candlesticks. They are beautiful. I have them the wrong way around, I think. Those are really nice. They're a little pricey, but I don't think I can leave them behind. These are interesting plates. I'm gonna check these out. $2.99 each. They are Courier and I've seen. So cute, but I think it's time to go. I just filled 2 carts full of gems. Oh my goodness. And stupidly, I tried to bring both carts out of the store to my car at the same time in the wind, and I parked on a little hill. So there was no dignity happening. Worthington Home is really best understood as where dignity comes to die.
but that's okay because I love what I got. And I think I got something really good, something I have never picked up thrifting before. Now, I'm not 100% sure because the item wasn't marked, but I think I did good. Fingers crossed, I have some research to do when I get home.
I'm headed towards the restaurant to meet my friend, but if something interesting pops up on my way, I think I have time for one more quick stop. Well, this'll do it. I was just passing by and I saw this little storefront. This has all of my favorite words: estates, sales, antiques. Let's go. This is such a pretty set. Oh my goodness. This was made in Japan. I love the painted scenes on this. This is also really pretty. This is a little painting, and this is of Old Sturbridge Village. This store has a lot of interesting treasures in it, definitely full retail, but there are some nice things, and I'm really enjoying just sort of taking it all in and looking around. So this is just a little bit of a sense of the kinds of things I'm finding, like this stencil, which reminds me of the kind of stenciling used on Hitchcock furniture. Really fun. Oh my goodness, I see a Portmeirion lamp. I now see two Portmeirion lamps. This is nuts. They're so beautiful. What a pretty Royal Copenhagen handled tray or plate. This is a beauty. There's no price on this. I have a feeling it's probably more than I want to pay, but I really like this. I'm kind of obsessed with this hunting scene. You know I like hunting scenes. I don't have a great space for this because it's so very large. I even love the frame. It's very Victorian. Let's see, $125. It's not an unreasonable price, but yeah, it's more than I want to pay, and I don't have a great spot for it. This is a lovely Roseville tea set. I love the light blue color and the flowers. Let's see, what is the price on this? $150. All right, that was a worthwhile stop, and I am very close to the restaurant now, so I'm gonna make my way back to the car and head up the road.
I can't believe that store had Portmeirion lamps. I have never seen them before. Oh, it's killing me. I have no place for them, and lamps are Iris's #1 most favorite thing in the world to break, second after actual Portmeirion. So if it was a lamp and Portmeirion, I think the world might end. I don't think I can do it, but oh, they were so beautiful. I didn't love the shades, but oh, so good. Those lamps are gonna haunt my dreams. I just know it.
I've arrived at the restaurant. I'm a little bit early, so I'm waiting for my friend. And look, there's a little heart shape in my coffee. That is so cute. This restaurant in general is definitely appealing to me. The Bee's Knees Bistro in Wallingford. Their menu is amazing, and I will definitely come back here again.
I can't even believe all of the things I found at Goodwill in Wallingford the other day. I didn't have high hopes at all. I was very like, let's see what they have. Probably nothing. I have a little time to kill, whatever. Little did I know that I was gonna hit that store just right. And I'm gonna ruin the surprise right off the bat. Well, it's not a surprise because you've already seen the footage. The shocker of the thrifting day, certainly, if not the thrifting week, month, maybe of the year, was this guy, Catherineholm in the Lotus pattern. What? I could not believe this was on the shelves of Goodwill. I was shocked. And in fact, when I saw it, it was right on the top shelf. I got there and I was looking at it dumbfounded. My jaw was probably hanging open. And I actually looked like behind myself, like, is somebody filming this to see how I'll react? Is this like a setup situation? Because who ever heard of finding Catherineholm at Goodwill? Never. I can't express my massive shock. So here it is, and there's nothing special on the bottom. And I want to point out, this is not perfect. There are a couple of little condition issues, and Catherineholm is enamelware, and it is greatly affected. Price and value are greatly affected by condition. This is not in perfect condition, but I would say it's in very good condition. Here it says Catherineholm, made in Norway. I don't know if you can see it here on the inside of the lid, but there it is. Here's the top. Now, orange is not my very favorite color in the world, but this is a fabulous piece. It holds 8 ounces of fluid. Eric and I actually checked. And yeah, we were just beyond shocked that I actually found this piece. It's just so good. Wait, let me hold it up again. Oh my gosh. What the heck? So good.
This seems like the perfect time to learn more about Catherineholm, which is not a person, by the way. Catherineholm was a factory in Halden, Norway. It began as an ironworks factory around 1827, but became a producer of enamelware from 1907 to 1968. Their most popular production line was certainly the modern Lotus series, named Lotus because the pattern is inspired by lotus leaves. It was designed in the 1950s by enamel artist and goldsmith Greet Preetz Kittelsen, whose name I've probably butchered, who is believed to have designed the dish forms and colors, and Arne Clausen, who developed the actual lotus leaf pattern. Apparently, Catherineholm Lotus was inspired by Native American art and designed to come in simple, plain colors with elemental shapes. The result was colorful and eye-catching while also being durable and very practical. The series came in a range of colors and were a staple in mid-century modern homes across America and Europe. Catherineholm Lotus was made in the form of bowls, plates and platters, tea kettles and coffee pots, cookware in all sizes and shapes, fondue and warming sets, and other kitchenware like canisters and ice buckets. Catherineholm is highly collectible today. It can be challenging to find pieces in excellent condition and with all of their parts, like handles, burner stands, lids, and similar, but it can be done. Be prepared to pay higher prices for those pieces. It is very common to see Catherineholm enamelware with chips, especially in the corners where they were the most vulnerable. Catherineholm Lotus is pretty easy to identify, and it's incredibly striking when you see a big collection on display. Bear in mind that the back stamp isn't always present. Sometimes it's found on the bottom of the piece, but some came with the paper tag that may be long gone. My covered pot had the stamp inside the lid. Catherineholm can be found on eBay and Etsy, auctions, estate sales, antique stores, all of the usual haunts. I almost always find a lot of Catherineholm at the Brimfield Flea Market, and usually for sky-high prices. Although, bear in mind, prices can range widely based on condition, color, and the rarity of the piece. My home decor doesn't lean towards mid-century modern, but I still enjoy Catherineholm. It certainly makes a statement and looks equally at home in a kitchen or living room. I still can't believe I found it at my local Goodwill. Maybe I should go get a lottery ticket. Lady Luck was definitely with me today.
By the way, I have my new Mara mug. I am loving this mug. It's so good. And I have to say, it holds just the right amount of coffee. I'm also struggling because no matter where I put my lighting, I have a weird shadowy situation, plus glare in my glasses. It's so attractive. Cheers. So I ended up finding and buying more baskets than I probably should have. I think I mentioned in my last video that I'm not finding baskets or flying off the shelves of my booth space. So I don't know if these are gonna hang out for a while, but the truth is in my booth space, I have a lot of like really high shelves, and I think it looks nice just to have pieces on them, even if they hang out for a while. So I think it's okay as long as I don't spend too much money. So I guess the first one I found was this guy, and I really liked it because it has, you can actually close it. There's a little fastener here. Let's see if I can make that happen. It doesn't quite line up exactly right anymore, but it must have back in the day. You can see there's the fastener. But I liked that you could open it up in the top, because I think baskets make beautiful, beautiful storage, and they also just look nice as part of your decor, even if they're not used in a functional way. Here's the bottom. So anyway, I bought this one for $5.99, and I also bought another one. Ooh, this one is very heavy. Oh my goodness. This big guy, he's so big. This one is really quite heavy. Here's the inside. I mean, this guy is awesome. I don't know, maybe I should even keep this one. I don't know, but I really like it. This one was more expensive. This one was $7.99, but it was so good. I just couldn't leave it behind. And then there's just one more basket to show you. Hold on while I get it. Okay, I just moved some things. Woo! Here it is. So this is definitely a picnic basket. This also has a little latch. Here, you can see. It latches. If you open it up, it's nice because it's plastic lined, so that helps with any little spillage situation. There's pockets for salt and pepper and utensils and whatever else. So this is a really useful, functional piece. And again, great for storage, great for decor. You cannot go wrong with a basket like this. And this one was $5.99. So 3 rather large, definitely attractive, and potentially very functional baskets. So we'll have to see how they do. Will this streak of baskets not selling very well end? Or maybe I just haven't picked up the right ones? Or maybe my prices are wrong. Who knows? I'm still learning. So we'll see how it goes. So I was off to a great start between the Catherineholm piece, which honestly, after that, I could have just left. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. But then I found the baskets, and there were other baskets there too that were nice. I didn't want to invest in a lot of them because, as I said, I have quite a few. But I found more things besides just that, including, oh my gosh, this is so cute. This little Fisher-Price phone, which is so cute. I had a phone just like this when I was a kid. So I had a strong nostalgic reaction to this one. This one is not as old as the one I had. So this one, Eric found the date on this, 2009. So not an old guy, a little bit of a reproduction, but still so cute that I picked it up. It was $2.99. And I got, oh, another little piece that reminded me of my childhood. This little ball, you can open it, well, not with the sticker on it, but you can, in theory, open it. You spill out all of the shapes, and then you put the correct shapes into the correct slots, which I loved to do when I was a kid. So I thought this was another really fun kind of retro piece. I like to have some, I don't know, interesting, eye-catching little toys in my booth space. I figured good to have something for all ages, right? And I thought this could be cute along with the phone. So we will see how they do. This was, did I tell you this was $2.99? So it seemed like a good price. I didn't see any other kind of manufacturer mark on this or anything letting me know the age, but I thought it was really cute. I found this really pretty picture. This is, I think this is like a Renoir reproduction, and I think it's called The Piano Lesson, if I'm not mistaken. My mother had a reproduction of this same print. It was much larger, the one that she had, and where was it? Gosh, isn't that crazy? I can't even remember now. I can't remember if it was in the living room or one of the bedrooms. Wow, that's crazy that I can't remember that. But I thought this was really pretty. And even though it's a reproduction, I thought with the matting and the frame, I don't know if you can see the frame very well. There you go. Now you can see the frame and the matting. I think the subject matter is very sweet. So I picked this up. It was $5.99. Here is the back. So obviously a ready-made frame, but I thought it was pretty. So I picked it up. I also found, oh my gosh, I went to the Naughty Kitty aisle of Goodwill, And I found this naughty kitty on sale for $5.99, and he was the color mark discount. So yeah, he was a bargain. He's so cute. Okay, but seriously, I found this Pyrex container in yellow. This was $7.99, so not cheap, but I might end up keeping this. I have a few of these. I really enjoy them. I don't enjoy hand washing them. That is not my favorite, but you really cannot put these in the dishwasher because if you do, you'll kill the paint on them. They'll get really faded looking and like blotchy. So this is a hand washing guy, but I do really like these, so I might end up keeping it. We'll see what I do. Oh, I found this Lenox box sitting on the shelf. I don't know if this is a true story or not, but it seems to me, and I could be mistaken, that I think sometimes people are reluctant to open a box when they find things like this because I don't know, my sense is they kind of sit. Maybe because they're not immediately displayed, people just, they're like, whatever, it doesn't catch their eye. I'm not really sure. But I always open the box. And when I did, I found these two beautiful candlesticks. These are crystal, I think. And they have their original tags. These were made, fine crystal, Lenox, made in Germany. They still have their little, that's probably too small for you to see. But I thought these were beautiful. Aren't they so elegant? And while I tend to stay away from clear glass in general, just because it's not a good seller for me, here it is. This is what it looks like in the box. Oops, in case you're wondering. I generally stay away from it, but because these are marked Lenox, they have their original stickers and even the original box, I thought these were okay. The box doesn't say where they were made. I mean, it says Lenox. Oh, these are from 1996, and it just says made in Germany. So I thought this was a nice find. So next up, I picked up a stack of 4 of these Lenox plates. And I thought these were really pretty. Do you see the berries and the green rim? So these are holiday, but what I like about them is that I don't think they have to be. Here is the back. It does say holiday gathering on it. And these are Lenox. They have their original stickers still on them. They're like a salad size, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would say that's salad size. And as I said, there's a stack of 4. Here's 2 of them. So I thought they were a good pickup. They were $1.99 each. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I don't know. I really liked them, so I did it. When I found this next thing, at first I passed it by because it's a little rough. You can see it's like a little 3-legged stool. It's wood, and one of the legs is kind of iffy. And I would say the paint job is not profound. However, I thought this could be useful for displaying things in my booth space. I'm not really sure, but I was willing to take a chance on them. There was no tag on this, so the person at the register actually gave this to me for $1.99, which I think you can't argue with. So yeah, I think I can use it. And if I can't, it won't be the end of the world. So I have one more thing to show you. I want to show it to you right now before Iris moves. Hang on. Oh, she just moved. Iris was almost sitting in this little grocery cart. That is so cute. I missed the shot. Sorry, friends. But I bought this Little Tykes child's grocery cart. Again, I thought this could be cute in my booth space. They do have kids that come through quality consignment, which I think is really sweet. Although it makes me kind of squirrely when I see a group of kids around all of my breakables. I do think it's awesome to expose kids to places like antique stores and other places where you have to be careful, so they learn how to be careful. And of course, this is how we get future generations interested in our cool old stuff, right? So it's a good thing ultimately. So why not play into that? So this was $5.99. And I thought it was really cute. Was this a good idea? Was it a bad idea? It's very hard to say, but I decided to take it home with me. And look at this crazy kitty in the background.
I got a lot of furry friends today. Usually they're napping when I take these videos. Today they are wide awake.
So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this thrifting haul. I've said it how many times? I know you're ready to change the channel. I'm sure you are, but Catherineholm at Goodwill. Who ever heard of such a thing? I'm so excited. It's not worth as much as I had hoped it was originally, but it was a great find. Eric keeps saying he wants to keep it just because it's so interesting that I even found it, but I think we will part with it. We'll see how we do that. I don't know, eBay, booth space, who the heck knows? We'll give it to a group of wandering dwarfs from Snow White. I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but yeah, great find. And all around, I think a good haul. So I'm really pleased. Oh, I also stopped off at an antique store. Well, it wasn't really an antique store, I guess. This seems to be the store of a person who does estate sales or estate cleanouts or something. It was in Wallingford. Again, I just had a little bit of extra time before I met my friend, and it was a beautiful store, and I found, so many nice things, but I had no place for them. It was fun to look, and I couldn't pick up things to resell them because the prices were too high, which is totally fine. I would have picked up some things for myself if I had had room for those things, but I didn't. So fun to look, but no scores there. Not every time I walk into a thrift store or an antique store or a whatever store do I hit the jackpot. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That's the fun of it, right? Like, what will you find? Who can say? I think it's time to head over to the kitchen. My hutch could use some refreshing, and I'm feeling some Valentine's Day vibes. So I pulled the box out of the attic. I don't even really remember what's in that box, if I'm honest. I'm gonna go through it and see if I can't give my kitchen some Valentine's Day vibes. So let's get to it.
I can already see that before we go through the Valentine's Day box, we might need to do a cat extraction because Iris has made herself at home on the box. She loves a good box. Doesn't matter what that box is made of. Look at her, she's feeling very queenly. Sitting up here in the box, let's see if she'll show us her gorgeous blue eyes. Iris isn't always so responsive to the camera, but there she is, my pretty girl. She looks a little grumpy, but she's actually a sweetheart. All right, moving on from the cat. Here is the hutch in its current state. It's very sad. I had removed some things from Christmas decor and never really filled things in. I have these Johnson Brothers Friendly Village plates and cups and saucers, which I would definitely say could stay here into the winter because they're really winter scenes. They're not Christmas scenes. I love, love, love this pattern. I think it's beautiful. However, it's not really giving me a Valentine's Day feeling. I think the red velvet ribbon should come off because that is definitely Christmas. This basket was popped here randomly and has no purpose. And this scale tends to hang out on this hutch more often than not. I also thought I would show you the Catherineholm pot with the lid has been up here because Eric and I have gotten a kick out of seeing it every day because we were so excited about my weird Goodwill find. It was so exciting. So I am going to sell this, but we've had it up here just because we get a kick out of it. First things first, I'm going to take everything off the hutch so Miss Iris can stay on her box a little bit longer because she looks oh so cozy. Isn't she cute? This museum putty has gotten me far this season. You see it? It really held down all of this breakable china. Makes it harder for a hutch refresh because I've got to actually get all of this putty off. I need to clean it off the hutch. There's big gobs of it here. It does wipe off, so that's a good thing. It's an extra step,
but without the museum putty, I could never decorate this space without fear of cat breakage. So it all works. Here's my beautiful girl. She can't hear me. I make noises at her, but she can't hear me. Isn't she so pretty? She is the world's most snuggly cat. Off you go, sweetheart. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna wash this hutch up so that I don't have a lot of putty residue hanging out here. I can already see big globs of it. I've been joined by a different friend. Indy's here. He's wondering what all this scrubbing is about. Oh no, I think he's okay exploring this. There's nothing breakable on it. What you doing, crazy? And he's off. Let's see what's in this bin, because I don't even remember. Okay, so I have just some empty heart-shaped candy boxes in case I want to decorate with those. And some copper tins with hearts. Here is the full stash of items I had used in my Valentine's Day decor last year, including these two copper tone molds that I picked up this year. And I don't know if I'm gonna end up using all of this or some of this. All right, I've decided to go a totally different way and disregard the stuff that you just saw on the table because I just wasn't feeling it. And I started to put some things in the shelves and was feeling cluttered and I just wasn't really liking it. So I did something that is really fun to do for me. I went upstairs into my eBay bins and I pulled out some stuff that's actually for sale that I thought might be interesting to decorate with. I mean, it's just sitting around waiting for a sell or a sale. Why not use it, right? So I had the idea, this platter is mine, but I have platters like this for sale. I thought Johnson Brothers rose chintz would be really fun to decorate with, and especially if I mixed it in with some plain white pieces like these Johnson Brothers Regency swirled plates. So I love these. They have been sitting. So yeah, I'm gonna try them and I'm gonna see if I like it. So I think the whole key to getting this look the way I want it is to have a good amount of white in the background to provide kind of a quieter canvas for then some of the pieces that have color to pop. So I am gonna try some of that. Now I have to also bear in mind, whatever I do is going to need to have museum putty down or else it won't make it. But as I start to just sort of play around, I'm not gonna use the museum putty. Let's see. Okay, so I have a good bit of white here. I have one more thing I think I will use. Maybe that's even too much white. Oh, I love this. Do you see how pretty that looks? I'll give you a much better look in a little bit. So maybe I should move this over. I really like these dishes. These are Limoges, and they have really pretty pink flowers around the rim. So I'm wondering what would happen. Again, I need a whole bunch of museum putty. I kind of like them layered in front of the white dishes. I think that's really nice. I think they would have to be closer together. Ah! I love this little pink dish, and I have some spools of thread in Valentine's Day colors that I popped into this, so I'd love to use this in some way if I can figure out how to best do that. I also have some smaller Johnson Brothers chintz. I wish I had some like salad sized plates. That would be really useful, but you know, use what you have, right? even put this one in a little plate rack. I'm gonna get a plate rack. I found a plate stand, not a plate rack, silly goose. So I'm gonna try this little plate just standing up here. And I found this white Wedgwood vase that I thought might look pretty right here. So this is starting to fill out really nicely, but I'm not done yet. So let's see, what else can I add to make this interesting? I think I'm gonna add a few more pink pops. I have this pretty glass basket. I think that looks nice. And I have another really pretty pink glass basket. And I think that's very sweet. And I really like this piece a lot. I wonder if this is better higher. Maybe should I put it in the middle? Oh, I might like this. And then I think it's pretty good. In fact, I might be just about done. Okay, let's see if I can do a little something with this fireplace mantle. I think it needs some sprucing up. Here's a close-up of the fireplace mantle decor. I used these romantic silhouettes and a little bit of ruby glass just to give a bit of a nod. Nothing super crazy. I think these are very sweet. It's nice to see them again. And even though, you know, when you think of Valentine's Day, you don't think of black, I do think they're romantic, definitely vintage. And I think it looks nice on the fireplace mantle. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, this little vintage R2-D2 is waiting to go to the barn. He's just biding his time and enjoying the Valentine's Day decor, I hope. And here's one more look at the hutch, all decked out for Valentine's Day. I also added some festive touches to the top, just some more white, mostly Lenox, a faux plant because I felt like we needed a little greenery, and I put those heart-shaped candy boxes in the back. So nothing super crazy happening up there, but I like this. And if the cats show too much interest in the dried hydrangeas in that vase, I will remove them immediately. It's nice to see these pieces out of the bins and used in some interesting ways. And of course, some of these pieces are actually mine. But I think the rose chintz looks fabulous. And I'm gonna take it off my eBay store for right now, just to make sure I get to use it for the entire season. And then when I'm ready to do St. Patrick's Day decor, I'll pop them right back on eBay. Easy, easy. A few hours later, I've returned, having added some Valentine's Day antique postcards. I can't believe I forgot those. So I popped them in between some of the plates and some of the books.
just to give a little bit more color and a little bit more festivity to the hutch. And I would say now it is complete. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.